Welcome back to HFS Lifestyle. Today we're diving into a topic that will blow your mind, the possibility of life beyond Earth. Strap in and get ready for a cosmic journey like no other. Imagine this. Life has existed on our planet for about 4 billion years. But what if I told you that life may have actually started right after the Big Bang? Yes, that's right. The early universe, stranger and more fantastic than we can imagine, may have provided the perfect conditions for life to develop anywhere. It's a mind-boggling concept, but stick with me because we're about to explore some highly speculative yet scientifically grounded possibilities. To truly understand the paradox of life on Earth, let's take a step back and look at its origins. Earth, for its first few 100 million years, was a seething magma hell constantly bombarded by asteroids. But as soon as things calmed down and the first oceans formed, life miraculously appeared. Microbes thrived in every nook and cranny they could find. It's as if life had been waiting for the perfect opportunity to burst onto the scene. But here's the thing. Life didn't just appear quickly. It also made a giant leap in complexity. Becoming a living organism requires certain processes like eating, growing, and multiplying. To achieve this, you need a genome, the biological instruction manual that governs an organism's inner workings. Here's the catch. To have a functioning genome, you need proteins. But to make proteins, you need a functioning genome. It's a chicken-egg paradox with multiple chickens and eggs. How did simple dead matter with no genome evolve into complex living organisms with genomes? This is one of the greatest riddles in science. Many theories about the origin of life propose that a primitive soup of prebiotic molecules somehow produced the first self-replicating entities. But the exact mechanism of this process remains unknown. Maybe it's time to think backwards. Let's consider genomes as a book that tells the history of life. Over billions of years, life evolved, introducing more and more characters like amoebae, fish, amphibians, dinosaurs, and mammals. Interestingly, functional genomes seem to have been increasing in size at a fairly constant rate. The functional genome of fish, for example, is more than twice the size of that of worms, and ours is about twice the size of the fish. This exponential growth is intriguing. But here's the twist. The very first microbes that emerged on Earth already had quite long and complex genomes. How is it possible for life to reach such complexity in such a short time frame? The answer might lie in a mind-blowing idea. We take our exponential clock of life and extrapolate it back in time to the simplest conceivable life form, a being with a genome containing just a few letters. Surprisingly, this leads us back an astonishing 10 billion years, more than twice the age of Earth. If this theory holds true, it suggests that life didn't originate on Earth, but somewhere out there, in space. This idea could explain why life flourished rapidly on our young planet. If life was already present in space, like seeds waiting for the right conditions, all it needed was water and warmth to awaken and continue evolving. Moreover, this explains the high level of sophistication of the first life forms on Earth. They could have been complex because they had been evolving for billions of years in some distant corner of the universe. Life could be even older than we think, possibly starting shortly after the birth of the universe itself. To understand the conditions necessary for life, we need to consider two crucial factors: the right chemical elements and a liquid medium like water. In the early universe, temperatures were high, but as it expanded, it cooled down. Between 10 and 17 million years after the Big Bang, when the universe was much younger, it reached the temperature at which water is liquid. This means that for a significant period of time, more than 13, chemical elements like carbon and oxygen essential for life are forged in the cores of stars. In these early cosmic times, regions of the universe where matter was especially dense could have hosted stars that went supernova within just 3 million years. These stellar explosions would have seeded the baby universe with the chemical building blocks necessary for forming planets, asteroids. The magical part of this concept is that while the universe today appears hostile, back then, it may have been a cradle for life. During this window of time, potentially lasting tens of millions of years, primordial life could have emerged on any rock, even between the stars. This would have sowed the universe with the seeds of what would later become bacteria, trilobites, dinosaurs, and eventually humans. As the universe cooled down below the ideal temperature for life, some ancestral life forms might have continued to exist in warm planetary cores. So, you might be wondering, does all this make for a nice sci-fi story, or could it actually be true? Well, that's a question we're still trying to answer. If life did originate beyond Earth, it's possible that it also existed in other parts of our solar system. Mars, with its dry riverbeds, could potentially hold fossils of ancient life. Enceladus and Europa, with their warm underground oceans, might harbor life forms we haven't even discovered yet. Titan, with its ethane and methane lakes, could be a haven for exotic life that thrived in the extreme conditions of the early universe. When we gaze into the cosmos, we don't see other beings like us. But maybe that's because it took life billions of years to reach the level of complexity required for technological advancement. Perhaps there are millions of worlds teeming with microbes, oceans teeming with exotic fish, and continents populated by bizarre animals. And just like us, there might be civilizations awakening and questioning their place in the universe. The possibility of life flourishing in various forms and environments is mind-boggling. If we all share a common cosmic origin, we are part of an extraordinary cosmic family. We may find answers to our questions right here in our cosmic backyard. So let's embark on a journey of exploration and discovery. Join us in 12,024 on an awe-inspiring adventure through strange cosmic habitats and extraterrestrial life forms. And while we delve into the mysteries of the universe, don't forget to keep track of your own life here on Earth with our amazing calendar. Thank you to all the amazing HFS Lifestyle viewers who support us year after year. Every purchase brings us one step closer to our mission of sparking curiosity and inspiring people around the world. So get your hands on the 12,024 Human Era calendar, and let's make this year epic.